Dark School presents Tallies, frequency tables, stem and leaf plots. In a tally chart, the number of occurrences, also called frequencies, of each type or variety is shown using straight marks called tally marks that are grouped for easy counting. Let's find out what that means with the help of an example. A group of people were asked to vote for their favorite brand of car, given 4 options A, B, C and D. Their responses were recorded as follows. Create a tally table from the information. So a group of people were surveyed. They were asked, which is your favorite brand of car? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Or is it D? And then the first person who was asked that question said, my favorite brand of car is C. The second person said, my favorite brand is B. The third one said, mine is A, and so on. And we need to create a tally table from this information. Obviously, you do not know what a tally table is. That's exactly what I'm going to show you right now. We create a column for the car type or the car brand. And there are 4 types. So we write down A, B, C and D. And we create another column and we call that tally. And then we start scanning the responses. The first one is a C, therefore we put a mark against C. This is called a tally mark. The second one is B, so we put a mark against B. The third one is A, so it goes here. The fourth one is B again, so we put another mark. The fifth one is C. Here comes C. Then D. First mark for D. A again. B. A. C, C. So we have 2 C's. C, C. Then we have a D and then double A. So let's go for a D. And then we put a mark on A that takes it to 4. And the 5th mark isn't a vertical line like this. It goes obliquely like this. So every 5th mark crosses through the previous 4 like this. And the reason why we do this is because in the end it becomes very easy to count them. You know this is a group of 5. And we are going to do the same with all the other types of car brands. So we have a B, C, C, D, that makes it 4. But if I put a mark on C, that makes it 5. Therefore, I'm going to go with the oblique mark. And then I have another C. So I start the next group of 5. And another C. B, D, A. Let's go for B, 5th mark, D, 3rd mark, A again. Start the next group of 5. C, A, B, A. C, A, B, start a new group and A again. B, C, B, A. B, C, B again, A again. And finally, we have a D, C, C. We have a D. We have a C again, which makes it 10. The 10th mark goes through, strike through, and then again a C. And in the end, it becomes so much easy to count these out now. So if we have another column and call it frequency, which means the number of times each of these brands appeared on this list. For car A, we have a group of 5 here and 4 here. So the frequency for car A is 9. For car type B, we have a 5 here and 3 here. That's 8. And similarly for C, it's a 5 plus 5 plus 1. That's 11. And finally for D, it's only 4. That's how we come up with a tally table. A stem and leaf plot splits each data value into a stem and leaf before being presented on a table. The plot helps us easily visualize and compare the frequencies for the different class intervals. Let's find out what that means with the help of an example. Following chart shows the scores on a history test for a group of students. Create an ordered stem and leaf plot for the data. And we have the scores here: 68, 81, 84, 75, and so on. Looking at this view of the data, imagine how difficult it would be to answer questions like, were there more scores in the 70s than in the 80s? So you will need to scan through the entire list and find out how many of them are in the 70s and how many of them are in the 80s. And there's every chance that you end up making a mistake. But if the same data is represented on a stem and leaf plot, then it becomes much easier to answer such questions. On the stem and leaf plot, we have the stems on one side. So this is the stem column. And we have the leaf column. On the stem column, for this set of data, we would just write down the tens digits and in order. So we have numbers in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, and in the 90s. And in the leaf column, we have the units digits or the ones digits for these numbers. For numbers in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, and in the 90s. And the units digits have to be in order from smallest to largest because we are asked to create an ordered stem and leaf plot. So we have a 59 here, and then we also have a 56. So let's just cross them off, 59 and 56. We will write a 6 and a 9. For the 60s, we have a 68. Let me write that down, 8. This is gone. We have a 65, so we have a 5. This is gone. We have a 64, so we have a 4. Let's put commas in between. We have a 69, so there's a 9 here, and that's all. How about the 70s? We have a 75. We have a 77. We have a 77 again. So you write down 2 sevens. And then we have a 72. And finally a 79. And let's just cross off the 72 and 79. Okay. How about the 80s? We have a 81, but we also have a 80. So let's start with a 0. 0 for this 80. Then we have a 81. Gone. This is also gone. We have a 84, 87. So let's put a 4 down and a 7 down. 84 gone. 87 gone. And we also have a 86, which means we don't need this comma in the end. And the rest is for the 90s. We have a 92, 90, oh, I think I missed a 86. Or did I? I already got a 86 here. I can see that. Were there 286? No, I think I missed to cross that off. I forgot that. Okay, fine. So how about the 90s? We have a 92 and then we have a 90. And that's all. So we write down a 0 and a 2. And let's cross off the 92 and the 90. So all numbers have been taken care of. And now if you look at this ordered stem and leaf plot, ordered because the units digits are ordered from smallest to largest, it becomes much easier to answer questions like if there were more scores in the 70s than in the 80s, or the other way around. One final thing, somebody who's looking at the stem and leaf plot should be knowing what the numbers mean. So there should be a way to tell that this number out here, this 5, indicates a score of 65. And this 0 means 80. And to do that, we add a key in the end. We say key 5, 6, 5, straight line 6 means the score of 56. And now the plot is complete with the key.